If I had to win the next trade that I'm going to take on Bitcoin, this is exactly what I would do. I'm going to be explaining to you my reasons, the trade setups, the conditions, and also where I would take profit on those trades. Literally, I'm going to be explaining to you as if my life depended on this trade. So let's get started. First of all, I have to give you the reasons why I would do it, and then I'm going to give you the setup, going to give you my confluences, and then also the way I would take profit on those trades. Now, first things first, the reason. Now, the three levels that you're seeing on the chart right now, they're all tapped levels that I gave my team day in advance, right? So every single morning in the tag team, I tell my team what levels they should be looking out for on the chart. Now, these three levels were extremely crucial to me because they were session NPOC and daily NPOC levels. They basically mean that these areas have a lot of volume in them. And if while you go back on the chart and these levels, you'll see how much these levels were respected when the price action came there and touched it. As you can see, right? This is as good as it gets when it comes to how much a level can affect the price. Here we can see the first level we have, price comes in, taps this daily NPOC level, has a beautiful reaction, goes up, touches the session NPOC level, comes down, touches our other session NPOC level, and then comes and back inside the consolidation. Now, these levels I've already given out to my team beforehand. If you want to check about that, go to Discord, go to X on Twitter. I've already shared that I've given these levels to my team beforehand, right? So this is the proof that these levels actually work. Now, what I would do right now, if I had to win my next trade, is I would find where these levels are on the chart. And then once I put my alerts at those levels, I would look for the conditions that I always look out for, which is the order flow confluence. Now, what levels do we have right now? Well, how I find these levels are, I look at Exocharts. That is a platform that I'm interested in the most. It gives me all of my levels, it gives me all of my confluence factors, and how it works is I go to my session point of control chart right here where it gives me the point of control, the level that has the most volume of every session. And as you can see, if there is a session and POC level that is untapped, the yellow line keeps continuing with the price. So the one that we have right now that is closest to the price is this one right here and this one right here. Now, this one doesn't count as a session and POC level because this is not formed yet. As you can see, it is from our current session, which means that this London session that we are in right now has not finished yet. It will finish when the New York opens up. So the only valid one we have right now on the chart is this one right here. It sits at 103.858, and that is the only level that I would mark on my chart as a session NPOC level. So what I do with these levels is I go back to my trading view chart and I put them in like this, right? A session NPOC level 103.854. After this, I will go to my other chart, which gives me the daily untapped point of control levels, which if I go on this chart, you'll see that if I change this to my classic tick size, which is 100 ticks, you'll be able to see that the closest ones we have to the price right now are the ones that are continuing with the price, as we said, right? So the yellow line we're looking for. Now, the yellow lines we have that is closest to the price right now are this one, and this one. But just like we talked about, this one right here is actually from today, which means that it's not finished yet. To today, we are still really early in the morning, which means that this could easily change, and it will probably change as well. So we are looking for the point of controls that have actually formed. So what levels do we have? We have this one right here, 105.2, and also we have this one right here at 101.9. So as I said, I'm looking for the closest trades that I'm looking for. So I'm going to be marking the closest level that I have on the chart as well. So it's this one right here, 105.2. I go back to my trading view and I mark it on my chart, right? 105.2. After this, what I realize on the chart is I need to look for a resistance factor as well, because if I have levels below my price, but the price doesn't push down, I need to make sure that I have some sort of confluence factors above the price as well. So for me, the fact that we don't have a session NPOC level here was making me intrigued, because I know that this zone right here is a zone where it has a lot of volume. So what I did was I changed the tick size, which I don't usually do, but if you change the tick size and double it, what you will see here is that there is a session NPOC level that basically has the same volume as the other NPOC level. So here, the level that we have is $109.700. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my chart and I'm going to be marking that level with realizing that it's not as strong as the other two, simply because this level is, even though it has the same volume as the other one, the chances of this level being used by traders as much as these two are low, simply because this will not show up on a lot of people's charts. So now I have my levels, right? Just like the other example I showed you here, now I have my levels on the chart. What I'm looking for now is I'm going to be putting my alerts at the highs, and I'm going to be putting my alerts at the lows, and I will just wait. And what will happen if the price decides to push higher or lower? Well, I always look for the confluence of order flow, right? If you know me, if you have known my videos from the past, you always know that I look for the order flow confluence. And if you know what order flow is, it's this one right here. It shows me how much positions are coming in, what's the volume of a certain candle is, what's the delta is, the CVD, the open interest, and everything good in that matter. Now, what I'm always looking for when I'm looking for in this chart is when we are hitting a big level, are we actually seeing people join the chart? Are we seeing people shorting? Are we seeing people longing the chart? And what does that mean for me? Now, if I look at the chart right now, I'm going to give you an example of how you can do the same thing when these levels are being hit as well. If I look at the chart right now, what you will be able to see is we have a CVD divergence on the chart. What that basically means is that at the current price that we have right now, there are more buy orders coming in than we had here. So the amount of market buy orders at the current price is more than the one right here. And how do I know this? Well, I look at the CVD. And if you don't want to look at the numbers, I have a better option for you, which is this one right here. In the graphic right here, you can see that the CVD line is making a higher high while the actual price is making a lower high on the chart. This is what we call a bearish CVD divergence. And this usually means that there's an absorption going on in the chart. So for me, if I see this as we are hitting a major level on the chart, this is a beautiful confluence factor for me to enter a short position in the markets. So when am I going to be looking at this? Well, I'm going to be looking at this if this happens as we are hitting the upper level that I'm interested in. So if the price is able to push higher and hit this daily NPOC level at 109.7, I know that this level is not as strong as these two. So I will be looking for an extra layer of confidence that I need to have before I take the trade. And where will that come from? Well, for me, what I always do is I look for the previous pivots that we have on the chart. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be waiting until price pushes higher, hits this daily NPOC level right here, and then loses this low right here. So if we lose these highs that we had from 16th of June after hitting this daily NPOC level, that is a clear sign that we are having an actual bearish reaction from the level that I was interested in, and from a level that already has proven us that it can actually make reactions on the chart. Now, with these factors in mind, a level that we have beforehand, a daily NPOC level, what I will be looking for in a confluence factor is, are we seeing bearish CVD divergences on the chart? So I will go to my Exocharts, and what I will be looking for is, are we seeing a setup exactly like this? So what I want is, I want CVD divergences after we hit this level, right? As you can see here, we have bearish divergences here. I will be looking for the same exact thing as this level is being hit. I want CVD to make higher highs as the price is making lower highs on the chart. So if this is the case, if this ends up happening, the trade setup that I'm interested in here will be when we actually lose these highs right here. So if we lose these highs, we are seeing bearish divergences on the chart. What I will be looking for is, I will be shorting the market, targeting the closest lows that we have on the chart. Because again, if I had to win the next trade, right? I'm not giving you the trade setup that will give you the most profits. I'm telling you, if I had to win the next one, this is what I would do. So this is the setup that I would be interested in. And if I'm being honest, I would probably try to take it lower if my life didn't depend on it, right? So that's the caveat right there. Now, if this is our shorting setup, right? This is what I'm interested in. If it comes in, I will be taking this one. What happens if we push lower and we end up hitting these levels that we have on the chart? Well, those two levels, they work in different ways. And the reason I say this is because the daily NPOC level that we have here is a level that doesn't sweep the lows, which is, even though it might seem a bit more confusing, it's actually a really common pattern. If you just look at the price like this, if you ever feel like the price, you're not sure if the price can do the move that you're interested in, just do this with the price, right? Like, just show what you want on the chart, and you will realize that, okay, this is a pattern that could easily end up happening, right? So what I always will look out for with the daily MPOC level that sits above a liquidity zone like this is, when we hit this level right here, are we seeing a certain consolidation pattern right here, right? So I will be looking for a consolidation pattern that happens here, and this could be many things, right? This could be a price coming down and putting a triangle here, or could be a pattern where the price comes down, hits this level, and then starts forming a wedge right here like this, a bullish wedge. Anything that happens here, I will be looking for people to short the market. So how do you find people shorting the market? Well, the easiest way to find it is, again, through order flow. If you just look at the Exocharts and open this chart, you will be having this thing right here, which is a footprints bar statistics. It gives you how much delta each candle has. So what you're looking for as the price is pushing down, hitting an important level, is you're looking for high negative delta, because you want people to join the market. Sorry. So what you're looking for as the price is pushing lower is you're looking for these things right here: negative 1 million, negative 1.4 million, negative 4.9 million, negative $17 million of delta. And you want these things to happen as we are in the same range, because what this allows is, if you are hitting a big level with retail shorting the market, that's a beautiful sign that, okay, someone is absorbing these orders. So what I will be looking for as we are hitting that daily MPOC level is, are we having high negative delta as we are hitting those levels? If that is the case, if I'm seeing that as a confluence factor, that is a beautiful time to actually look for longs on the chart. And the way I would take these positions, if my life depended on it, is that I would actually make sure this session MPOC level right here is in fact in my trade here as well, because I know, right, when you take a trade like this, you should be aware of the fact that this is a completely valid scenario as well. So if price comes down here, hits the level, has a reaction, and then just sweeps the lows, and then just keeps pushing higher. So you don't want to be the guy who gets swept out because he had his stop loss too close by. So what I would do if my life depended on this trade would be, I would make sure that this here would be in fact inside my trade setup as well, the session NPOC level, and I would target the daily NPOC level next, which gives you 1 to 2 trade. Again, you can always take this trade up to the all-time highs, but again, there's a caveat to this trade, the video I'm making right now. So this is the trade setup that I would take at that point. And this could come in different ways, right? As I said, like, it could be like this, where the price is doing a rising wedge and you're seeing this rising wedge breaking to the upside and you're taking the trade here. Or it could be the case that you're just hitting the level, you're seeing a triangle form here, and then you're longing the triangle right here. So many different things. I cannot predict the future. I cannot predict if the price will go up or down, but I can always be in a position where I know exactly what to do. And this is not something that I don't do, and this is not something that I do for the first time. I keep doing this every single week, right? If you're interested in what these levels actually mean, and if you are interested in getting these trade setups and trade ideas every single day, you have to join the tag team, because not only we have the best education there, we also have a Discord channel where I tell you, these are the trades I'm interested in, these are the trade setups that I'm taking right now, and also what I would do if I was in your shoes. You can see the education here as well. All the things I've just taught you are in this video right here. Value areas and point of control. All of the Exochart stuff I just taught you are in this section right here, with delta, CVD, strong and weak CVD divergences, and everything that's about to come to here as well. So if you're interested in that, this is the place to be. Now back to the video. So we have now 2 setups that we are interested in, right? We have a long setup right here, and we have a short setup right here. Let's say the price comes down, comes up, hits this level and loses the highs, and we enter the market here, and we were targeting this zone right here. So these are the setups that I would be interested in on the chart. And I already told you how I would be interested in them, but if my life did not depend on it, when you take these high quality setups at levels that are important, and if your life doesn't depend on it as well, you can have these levels and you can take them for longer on the chart as well. Because when you take a trade at the highs of a channel, right? Because as we all know, if the price is able to push up to $109,000, you are at the highs of this range that we have right now. I'm going to be deleting these levels because I just showed you what they already mean. So if the price is able to push at these levels, you are at macro resistance. The price have already rejected from this zone once, twice, three times, and now the fourth time. So if you have a short running from here, it's smart to actually have it running for a long time because you don't know what's going to happen. You might end up having a position that gives you so much money in many, many months, right? Or the same case for this long right here as well. The structure of the market is extremely clear for us, right? We obviously have a bullish structure on the market. And if you are able to long the market around here, you might actually end up holding it for $120,000. So if your life doesn't depend on it, take it so that you can actually have this trade running for a long time on the chart as well. That's what I would do. That's what I will probably do because my life doesn't depend on it. So that's a small thing that I had to say here. But these are the two. If you have any questions about these things, just let me know on Discord as well. Sorry, on YouTube comments as well, because I love making these videos. I just wanted to make a different concept with this one. And yeah, that is it for me basically for Bitcoin. These two trades that they're the only ones that I'm interested in. I've told you how I would get into them, and these are the levels that I would be interested in taking profit on these longs and shorts as well. So thank you so much for listening to me, and leave a like, leave a comment as well if you like these videos, because I like making them. And yeah, thank you so much. I will probably see you on Twitter on my next video or inside the tag team. Bye bye.